Welcome children. Today my topic is oscillations. Oscillation is a type of periodic motion. So all of us know what is periodic motion. A motion which repeats itself after regular interval of time is called periodic motion. And this oscillatory motion is a type of periodic motion in which the particle moves to and fro about its main position. So this oscillatory motion can be considered as a type of periodic motion in which the particle moves to and fro about its main position. Suppose one particle in the main position, or we can say stationary position, and this particle is moving to and fro about its main position. It is moving to and fro about its main position, and these 2 points can be called as extreme positions. Extreme positions. So here the particle is moving to and fro about its main position, and this type of motion can be called as which one? Oscillatory motion. This oscillatory motion is a type of which one? Periodic motion. So a periodic motion means a motion which repeats itself after regular interval of time. And this oscillatory motion is a type of periodic motion in which the particle moves to and fro about its main position. Okay. Then another one name for oscillatory motion is harmonic motion. So oscillatory motion is also known as harmonic motion. Harmonic motion, and any object which executes oscillatory motion can be called as which one? Oscillator. So oscillator means it is any object which executes which motion? Oscillatory motion. And all oscillatory motions can be considered as periodic, but all periodic motions need not to be which one? Oscillator. So all oscillatory motions can be considered as periodic. But in reverse, all periodic motions need not to be which one? Oscillatory. Okay. So next we have to study about what is time period of oscillation. Time period. Symbol is capital T. The time after which this motion repeats itself. The time after which the motion repeats itself can be considered as which one? Time period, and unit is second. Unit is second. Symbol is. Similarly, another one term is frequency. Frequency, symbol is F or nu. So both are symbols for frequency only. And this frequency means it is the number of oscillations made by the oscillating particle in 1 second. The number of oscillations made by the oscillating particle in 1 second can be called as which one? Frequency, and its unit is hertz. Unit is hertz. Symbol Hz. Hz. And if the frequency is less, if the frequency of oscillating particle of vibration, frequency of oscillating particle is less, the body is said to oscillate. So if the frequency of movement is less, so frequency is less means the particle is said to oscillate, and if the frequency is more, then the particle is said to vibrate. Particle is said to vibrate. That means fast oscillations can be called as which one? Vibration. So both are to and fro movement only. This oscillation means it is a to and fro movement of particle, and vibration also means to and fro movement only. But fast oscillations can be called as which one? Vibration. So here in vibration the particles are moving very fastly. So oscillation means here particles will be moving very slowly. Okay. So next we have to study about displacement. So displacement is the distance covered by the oscillating particle at any time t from its main position. Suppose this is the oscillating particle. This is the main position. Okay, and this particle is oscillating. Then the distance covered by the oscillating particle from its main position can be called as which one? Displacement. So displacement is the distance covered by the oscillating particle from its main position, and this maximum displacement of the particle can be called as amplitude. So amplitude means symbol is capital A. So amplitude is the maximum displacement of the particle from the mean position. Okay, and this unit of displacement as well as amplitude both will be meter. So unit is meter. Unit is meter. So displacement means it is the distance covered by the oscillating particle from its main position, and this maximum displacement can be called as which one? This much is called as amplitude. Maximum displacement can be called as which one? Amplitude, and unit of both is taken as which one? Meter. Then displacement of particle at any time t. Suppose this particle is moving in x-axis, x direction, and I am taking the position as displacement as x. Okay, so x of t can be written as a sin omega t, because it is a varying function. Displacement will change with respect to time. So it is a varying quantity. So we can write the displacement in terms of sine as well as cos. So we can write first as x of t equals a sin omega t, or we can write x of t equals a cos omega t. So this is the representation of displacement. Okay, so we can represent displacement in terms of sine or cosine, because this is a varying function only. Displacement will change with respect to time. So we can write either in terms of sine or in terms of cos. So x of t equal to a sine omega t, or we can write x of t equal to a cos omega t. Okay, so this is about displacement and amplitude. So this amplitude means it is the maximum displacement from the mean position. Next is simple harmonic motion. So it is the simplest form of oscillatory motion in which the particle moves to and fro about its mean position. So it is the simplest form of oscillatory motion, and here the particle moves to and fro about its mean position. And the simple harmonic motion we can classify mainly into two types as linear simple harmonic motion, and angular simple harmonic motion. Angular simple harmonic motion. So if the displacement of the particle, oscillating particle, is linear, if displacement is linear, it is called as which one? Linear simple harmonic motion. If the displacement of the particle is linear, it can be called as which one? Linear simple harmonic motion. And if the displacement of the oscillating particle is angular, it can be called as which one? Angular simple harmonic motion. Okay. For best example for linear simple harmonic motion, suppose I am taking a spring, and one end of the spring is connected to a fixed stand. So it is a fixed stand. So one end is fixed here, and other end of the spring is connected to a movable block. One block is here, movable block. And suppose if we are moving this block towards right, and when we are releasing, what will happen? This spring will execute a linear displacement, and this is called as linear simple harmonic motion. Okay. Similarly, for angular simple harmonic motion, I am taking example as simple pendulum. So we have a fixed stand here, and so this is a pendulum. Okay, and this is the main position of the pendulum, and this pendulum will be executing oscillation like this. So these two are two extreme positions. Extreme position. So this is another one, extreme position, and here we can see there is an angular change. There is an angular change here. There is angular displacement. So displacement is there for the angle. So that is why it is called as angular simple harmonic motion. Okay. So we can classify simple harmonic motion into two types as linear simple harmonic motion as well as angular simple harmonic motion. Okay. Then, so how can we represent displacement of a particle executing simple harmonic motion? Suppose one particle is executing simple harmonic motion, and this is the main position, and this is executing to and fro motion, and this is the amplitude. Maximum displacement can be called as amplitude. And suppose this particle is moving along the x-axis about the origin. Suppose this main position is taken as the origin. So this is the origin, and this particle is executing simple harmonic motion about the origin along the x-axis. So this is the plus x direction, positive x direction, and this is the negative x direction. Okay, so this object is executing simple harmonic motion along the x-axis, and this much distance can be called as which one? Amplitude. Maximum displacement can be called as amplitude. Here it is taken as plus a. in positive direction, and here it is minus a, that is negative direction. This is the origin, and this may be the negative direction. Clear? And this particle is executing simple harmonic motion along the x-axis. Okay, and the total time taken, total time for one oscillation, that can be taken as which one? Capital T. One oscillation is capital T. That means suppose this particle starts oscillating from this point. Okay, suppose I am taking this point as P and this point I am taking as Q. So this particle starts oscillating from P. So it starts from here, moves to the other extreme position, and again when it comes back to this point P, it becomes one oscillation. And this time taken for this one oscillation can be called as which one? Time period T. So time taken for one oscillation can be called as which one? Time period. So it starts from P means, so from P it goes to Q, and again it comes back to P, it becomes one oscillation. Okay, so this much time we are taking as how much? Capital T. That is the time period. And displacement of the particle executing simple harmonic motion can be written as, so here I told you this particle is moving along x direction. So I am taking as x of t. Since displacement is along x direction, I am taking as x of t. If it is in y direction, means we can write as y of t also. Okay. So here I am taking x of t. So displacement of the particle at any time t is written as a sin omega t plus phi 0. So this is the normal representation of displacement of a particle executing simple harmonic motion. So here a is the amplitude. So amplitude is the maximum displacement from the mean position, and omega is the angular frequency, and this motion is actually repeating. So I told you this oscillatory motion means it is a repeating motion and it is changing with respect to time. So that is why we are taking sine function here. So it is a repeating function. So we are taking sine function here, and this omega t plus phi 0. Omega t plus phi 0. This is a constant only. This constant omega t plus phi 0 can be called as phase. And this phase actually represents the state of the particle at a particular time. So this phase represents the state of the particle or direction of the particle at a particular time. So this phase indicates the direction or state of the particle at a particular time. So here omega t plus phi 0 is called as which one? Phase. Okay. And this omega t plus phi 0 together we can write as phi, and this phi is called as which one? Phase. So this phase is a constant which represents the direction or state of the particle at a particular instant. And I told you we can write this displacement in terms of sine function because it is a repeating function. Similarly we can write in terms of cosine also. So we can write x of t equal to a sin omega t plus phi 0, or we can write x of t equals a cos omega t plus phi 0. So displacement of the particle executing simple harmonic motion can be represented in terms of sine or cosine because it is a repeating function. Okay, it is changing with respect to time as well as it is a repeating function. So we can write in terms of sine or in cosine. Okay, and suppose if the particle is moving in y direction, we can write instead of x of t, we can write which one? Y of t. But here I told I have taken the particle is moving along x direction, so I am taking here x of t. So this is the representation of displacement of a particle executing simple harmonic motion. Now, so I told you phi is called as phase. So phi, that means omega t plus phi 0. So this phi can be called as which one? Phase. So this phase represents the angle, or we can say the direction. It shows the direction or state at which the particle present at a particular time. Okay, and when time t is equal to 0, when t equals 0, what will happen to phi? This phi equals which one? This term becomes 0. We will be getting phi 0. Okay, and this is called as which one? This phi 0 can be called as which one? Initial phase. Initial phase or epoch. Initial phase or epoch. That means initial phase or epoch is the phase at time t equal to 0. So when time t equal to 0, the phase can be called as which one? Initial phase or epoch. Clear? So next I have to represent this displacement in a graph. So for that, first of all, I am writing the values. For phi means phase. Phase formula is omega t plus phi 0. And correspondingly, I have to write the values for displacement. So here phi means phase and phi 0 means initial phase of epoch and omega means angular frequency. Suppose one example I am taking. So when particle is executing simple harmonic motion, this is the mean position. Suppose this particle is oscillating along positive x direction and this is taken as the origin. So this mean position means it is the origin and this particle is executing simple harmonic motion. And these other two extreme positions, and this maximum displacement is called as which one? Amplitude. So it is taken as plus a here because it is the positive x direction, and this I am taking as which one? Minus a because the negative x direction. Okay. So suppose this particle starts oscillating from this point. This point I am taking as P and this point I am taking as Q. And this particle start oscillating from this point P. So at this point P, what is the displacement? Displacement is plus a. Amplitude. So here I can write as plus a. So at this time, it is a starting time. No, the phase I am taking is 0. The phase is 0. So when phase phi equal to 0, so what about the displacement now or amplitude is a plus a. Now, when this particle reaches here, so what is the phase now? Angle is pi by 2. So now pi by 2 is the angle here. Pi by 2. So it reaches mean position. That means what about the displacement now? 0. At mean position displacement is 0. Now again this particle moves from here to here. That means total angle is how much now? 180. That means pi. So here phase is pi. So when phase is pi, what is the displacement now? Minus a because the negative x direction. So minus a. Then again, now this much is pi. Then again it is moving towards which one? Mean position. So again 1 pi by 2 will come. That means this pi plus pi by 2. Pi plus pi by 2. That is, you will be getting 3 pi by 2. So when phase becomes 3 pi by 2, again this particle reaches to the mean position. That means what is the displacement? 0. Then again 1 more pi by 2 is coming. So this 3 pi by 2 plus pi by 2. Plus pi by 2, that is 4 pi by 2, that means 2 pi. So when it becomes 2 pi, this particle again reaches to the initial position, 2 pi. So initial position means what is the displacement now? Plus a. Okay. So this we have to represent in a graph. So this is the mean position and here I am taking displacement and here I am taking phase. And this phase angles I am representing first here. This is 0. Next is pi by 2. Next is pi. Next 3 pi by 2. 2 pi. So initially when phase phi is 0, what about this amplitude? Plus a. So this amplitude maximum, this is a positive direction. So here I am taking plus a. And here I am taking minus a. Because it's negative direction. So initially when phase phi equal to 0, so what about the amplitude? It is plus a. Okay, so the graph is starting from here. Now when it becomes pi by 2, when phase becomes pi by 2, what about this displacement? It becomes 0. So it has to come here now. So it comes here now. Okay. Now again when it becomes pi, what about this amplitude? Minus a. That means negative maximum. So it has to come like this. Negative maximum. And when it reaches to 3 pi by 2, again what will happen? 0. Displacement is 0. And again when it comes to 2 pi, what about amplitude? Plus a. So like this the graph will go. At this pi, what will happen? This amplitude is minus a. So here it is minus a. So this much is negative maximum. Okay. Negative amplitude. And this is plus a. So the graph starts from here. At phase phi equal to 0, what about the amplitude? Plus A. Okay. Then pi by 2, what about this amplitude? 0. Okay. Again pi means minus A. Pi minus A. Okay. Then again 3 pi by 2, we are again getting 0. And again for 2 pi, I am getting which one? Plus A. Plus amplitude. Okay. This is a phase angle. So this is a graph connecting which one? Displacement and phase. Okay. So remaining for we have to find velocity as well as acceleration that we can study in the next video.